Hello and welcome to game number 3 between NEXGenius and MakaPrime. MakaPrime is playing as the blue Terran player at the 6 o'clock position, and NEXGenius is playing as the green Protoss at the 3 o'clock position. This is game number 3 in the finals number 1 of SK Blizzcon 2010. I believe this took place very recently, late September, but it was right before the patch, so you will not see any of the patch's effect on this gameplay. And speaking of patches and updates, I don't know if you guys know, but this is slightly off topic. Diablo 2 is gonna reset, I think, on the 27th or the 29th. I'm thinking about playing that again. I know it's a very old game, but I'm very nostalgic and I miss it a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of exciting news, I think. But one of the disappointments in this patch, I think, is that there are still no chat channels or no chat improvements, because chat, I think, is a huge part of what Starcraft 1 was, what Warcraft 1 was, 1, 2, and 3 was, and I think that is a huge part that is missing from Starcraft 2. There was, however, a lot of improvements to the map editing community, and I think a good portion of us do appreciate it because, well, we live for maps, and maps are sort of like a new add-ons or free DLCs, I like to think of it that way, for StarCraft 2. But I do hope that the chat functions and the improvements will come soon. We do see a cybercore going down right after the gateway, and no Zealot is being produced, and this one SCV will be scouted in the correct direction, whereas the probe for NEXGenius is not going to be going in the correct direction. I also hope that they add an interface for chat inside of replays, because I spent a good chunk of my time inside of replays, and it's extremely difficult to talk to anybody or just respond to multiple people inside a replay, because when you press F11, that thing that says message log, it doesn't actually log the conversation you're having with the other people. We do see a reactor as well as a second barracks going up for the Terran player MakaPrime, whereas NEXGenius is starting his research for the warp gate technology, and the first Zealot has been produced. I think it might be a little bit late for a lot of the times, because even though this is a tournament, that's why these players have respect for each other, but I think this build might not be too safe for non-tournament play or when you're laddering, because a lot of people don't seem to have respect for anybody they play. There's a lot of six pulls, a lot of rushes, a lot of that sort of stuff. So I hope they do add some sort of chat functionality inside a replay, maybe just as a button that can allow you to expand a window of some sort. We do see a robotics facility going down for NEXGenius, and MakaPrime coming in at the right time will be able to spot that robotics facility, so he will know exactly what kind of thing his opponent is doing without using a scan, and he's gonna call down additional meal because he does not need to scan. He did get the scouting information that he needs, and 2 gas for the Protoss versus 1 gas for the Terran at the moment, and the warp gate is almost complete. He's chrono boosting that, and additional gateways are coming online. There's going to be 2 gateways and 1 robotics facility, whereas there's going to be 2 barracks and 1 command center. No factory going down just yet. A Reaper is currently being built by MakaPrime, whereas a lot of production facilities, as well as, is that an additional? No, just 2 gateways and 1 robotics facility. And let's see what he builds in the robotics facility. He does build an observer, and this one probe does catch those units' movements. Very good placement of the probe on Metalopolis, and he's going to come up, and let's see if he force fields. I think he might not have enough to deter this push, but I don't think MakaPrime knows that. He's going to try to push up. No, he's just testing it back and forth, and Stempack is being researched, or Stimpack. I'm sorry for my pronunciations, but it's just a habit. I do know that I'm pronouncing words incorrectly, but I'm very sorry. In any event, the observer is moving across the map. We'll be able to track the movements of his opponent, and we do see 1 pylon going up in the back, and still on 2 gateways and 1 robotics facility, and this 1 probe is getting a lot of information along with this 1 observer. He does not have enough for a scan, so even though if he sees it, he can't really do too much. So at this point, NEXGenius does see the command center morphing into an orbital command, and this 1 probe is thinking about grabbing the expansion. He's going to push out a little bit with those forces. Stem pack almost complete, and there's 1 marine, and he's going to put down a couple of bunkers, and that 1 marine does go down to the sentries and zealots, and this 1 Reaper is going to hop inside the base, but there is 1 Stalker perfectly positioned, perfect read there, and he should be able to take down this 1 Reaper no problem, and the Reaper actually runs out of the range, but the last shot does manage to kill him. Very well played by both players there. Marine marching across as additional immortals are being produced at the moment. He should really chrono boost these immortals. I think he chrono boosted the first one, but maybe he doesn't have enough. He does have enough, and he's gonna chrono boost the second immortals. Immortals make huge difference because they do a ton of damage. 50 versus the Marauders, 20 versus the Marines, and they only take 10 damage unless their shields are depleted. So that is a very, very useful unit for the Protoss army. He should really keep on chrono boosting this. He's actually saving a lot of his chrono boost for some reason. The third gateway going up now, finally chrono boosting the robotics facility. Once again, we do see a proxy pylon at the edge, but there are 3 bunkers, very, very well placed bunkers. We'll be able to help him secure that expansion, and he has started to mine from this expansion already. So we do see a huge difference in income differential, and this Marine's gonna stem and run inside, and I think that one immortal should take care of it. This one Marine shooting at the robotics facility, and we do see 2 probes coming off the line to fight it, and he will be able to take it down. And we see an engagement over here. He doesn't really want to engage inside these bunkers, I think, and he's actually going to engage. He's focus firing on the bunkers, does take down both of the bunkers, but the units inside are unharmed. I think too many sentries, not enough Zealots. The Zealots are warping in right now, but I think it might be a little bit late. These 2 immortals still very much alive, but now realizing he's in a little bit of a discomforting position. He's going to move back, a little miss macro there, walking the wrong way. Now moving this immortal back. Oh, he's going to lose that immortal as well. A lot of Zealots being warped inside his base at the moment to try to make these infantries back off as the infantry stem again trying to pick off the immortal, and he does. Very, very nice play there by MakaPrime. MakaPrime's going to engage once again, taking down these Zealots. He's going to have a huge advantage if he can take down that one immortal, and he does. And he's pushing inside the base. MakaPrime has an expansion, has additional income, and his opponent still doesn't have too much, and is only on 3 gates right now. Those gateways are on cooldown, all of them. And MakaPrime's able to probably take down this pylon if he wants to. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to wait for additional reinforcements. We can see that right now. He's trying to make additional immortals, and his warp gates are being blocked at the moment, but he does warp in 2 additional units. He doesn't have that much income, and MakaPrime has a huge income in Monsterly, I think, at this point. Even though both are at 33, those mules are helping tremendously. Another immortal is being produced, but he really needs more gateway units because there is quite a sizable glob coming his way. 7 Marauders, 10 Marines versus 3 Zealots, 2 Immortals, and 3 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries. I don't think that's sufficient. There's one probe here not doing too much, and he's going to rebuild a bunker, and he's going to wall off with the barracks here. Very, very nice play there by MakaPrime. MakaPrime does stem 1 Marauder, gonna run up here and see what's going on, and he's gonna try to take down this 1 Stalker and doesn't manage to, and he's trying to get inside the bunker, but the bunker's not completely built just yet. 2 bunkers, you don't really want to fight against the bunkers, but I think at this point he would have to because he's a little behind, and he does engage a force field. I mean, a Guardian Shield goes up, and he's gonna focus fire on these bunkers. No, he's actually not focus firing on the bunkers, and NEXGenius realizes he's so far behind, does call GG. Great game. Hope you guys stick around for finals number 2. This is finals number 1. It's a little bit confusing. There are actually 5 games, not just 3 or 2 games. It's 2 plus 3, which is 5. Always GG games, and if you don't want to say GG in your games, at least say GG your face. And please subscribe if you like. Thank you. Bye bye.